Everybody's looking forward to this night. The heat, the atmosphere, you could put it in my mouth.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Looks like they're going to try and be a little more elusive now. The courage on display here is incredible. This is the type of fighter that would say, I don't even want rounds. Let's just fight until one of us can't stand up anymore.
They've got to be very wary. If you're in with a slugger, they will fight all night for fun. They'll stay in your face. They are naturally tough and strong and aggressive.
Nice counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Nice counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Blocks that jab. The straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get this boxing back together. Great round, great round. Now relax.
Here we go for round two. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This slugger has a unique mentality, doesn't he, Johnny? He just wants to win by knockout. He says if we go to the scorecards, it's a failure for me.
Oh, this is a slugger right here in front of him. These kind of fighters, they want to get hit in the face because it cheers them on. They want to stand there and fight in the trenches.
Jab slightly off target. Time they throw a shot, they get countered. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
A lot of effort being exerted here. A perfect counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Counter shot lands. The straight right just misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They both want a knockout, you can tell. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Take the round. Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work.
On to the third. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Both of these fighters have the conditioning to go the distance, no problem. They also have the power to end this with one punch. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Catch and shoot. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. That jab doesn't find a home. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
That's it. Now breathe, just get your breath back. You got complacent, the fight's not over yet. You've got to go. Jab, and you're getting your time in already. That right hand's beautiful, that's it. Just start working a few into it. Now it's a tougher fight. He's got to be confident. You've got to take that confidence away. Go out in the first minute, stick him on the end of a jab, and then start gathering your pace.
Here we go to the fourth round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. Insane action. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. He threw a punch and just got countered. Figure out the combination to this safe.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about what?
Counter punch. Left uppercut doesn't score. A perfect counter lands. Good counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without it.
Come on. Let him get back in.
And there's the bell for round 5. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Good counter punching. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
How about that time counter shot? Which one of these athletes is going to say I can't take it anymore? Well done with that counter shot. That jab misses. And he scores with the counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Don't worry about our round. Don't worry about our round.
Let's start the 6th. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
You hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. That punch lands. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They block the jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That hook doesn't score. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes.
I need you to go back out.
And there's the bell for round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch caught him clean. Nice counter punch right up the middle. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. They exchange punches. The straight right just misses. Beautiful counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot get...
Don't want to lose his foot, do you?
And they're back at it again here in round 8. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace...
Oh my God, Johnny! Stumbling around in potholes. And down goes the meteor. Look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to call you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Nice counter punch. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
It's the one who draws first blood, Tom. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be. And we enter the night. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Through the left uppercut, but it misses. The straight right just misses. Incredible work rate. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful, and it hurts. And you can imagine that being you. Look at the size of an Andrews man.
Swing and a miss with the jab. Will the referee step in? What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You okay?
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
Calm yourself down.
And here comes the 10th round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
That counter shot lands. These two fighters are made for one another. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And the Meteor has been knocked out. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
I need to see that again.
Listen to me. Are you okay? You're out.